What is going on, guys? It's your boy Malik back with another video, and let's get some more NBA season predictions going on. So my last video I did Eastern Conference sleepers, and I had the Hornets and I had the Wizards being sleeper teams that you won't expect to do much, but they could sneak up. I think they could sneak up and make some noise in the Eastern Conference. Now, when I say noise, I don't mean like Eastern Conference Finals or something, but people have those two teams like kind of at the bottom of the conference, but I think their ceiling could be like a 7, 8, 6 seed like they were last year. Let me go on to the Western Conference. Now, I know I said that the Warriors were going to the finals. That could have been my sleeper team, but let's just be not realistic, but let's get unpredictable. So for the Western Conference, I feel like almost every team is kind of, you know what you're going to get from each team. You know what you're going to get from the Lakers. Of course, Kawhi's with the Clippers, but you know they still have Paul George. The Nuggets, they're without Jamal Murray, but you know they still have the MVP. Then you have the Warriors and you have the Blazers, who I don't know what's going on with them. They could have been a sleeper, but they're kind of in the same position every year. And then you have the Mavericks. I think you kind of know what you're going to get from them too. Like, they could make a jump, but they're still kind of in that middle of the pack Western Conference teams. Then you have teams like the Spurs and the Grizzlies. I don't know what route the Spurs are going in, but I feel like they're not going to surprise many people. And then you have the Grizzlies, who are still, honestly, who knows what the Grizzlies are doing. It's like they're supposed to be going up like this, but they're doing this. They're just steady coasting. And I'm like, when are you going to realize that you need to get Ja Morant and Jaren Jackson some more help? So I feel like I kind of named about eight teams, 8, 9 teams. And like I said, those teams are like, you know what you're going to get from them. But a team that I think that can sneak up in those 8 spots, and please, I don't need any slander or anything, the Minnesota Timberwolves. What y'all think? Now, I got to admit, if y'all know who Ben Stinar is on Twitter, he got me. He sold me, y'all. He's been selling me for probably the past 2 years on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Ever since they got D'Angelo Russell, he's been trying to sell Twitter, everybody, that they're going to be something to be reckoned with this upcoming season and the years to come. And you know what? I don't really blame them. Because when you look at the team that they have and you look at what they added this season, they could surprise a few folks. Of course, you want to first talk about the cornerstones, the star players on the team, and that's D'Angelo Russell and Karl Anthony Towns. Now, D'Angelo Russell, his last season, he was up and down. He was hurt. And I honestly think that him and Cat have really not played a full season healthy together. I know that he just got traded there 2 seasons ago, but when he got there, they were injured as well. But D'Angelo Russell has showed you throughout his career that he can hoop when given. And he took the Nets to the playoffs, 3 years ago? So he's shown that he can lead a team. He may not be the most efficient. He may not be something that just shocks you off the stat sheet. And if y'all know one thing about D-Lo, he has this thing where he's loading. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Hopefully this year, he's at 100%. Now, Karl Anthony Towns, it's a lot of people I've seen. It's a lot of lists that I've seen that have just been disrespecting Karl Anthony Towns. I think that he is a top 5 center. I think that this man is a legit top 5 center. I think that he can score from anywhere on the floor. He can come out on the perimeter. He can back you down the post. The only thing that's really setting him back is his defense. And we all know the whole thing with him and Jimmy Butler when Jimmy was there and Jimmy was calling him soft, and, you know, then the meme was going around about him. I think it was the meme with DeMarcus Cousins backing him down, and Karl Anthony Towns looked like he couldn't take it. So if he can improve on his defense, I think they'll be good. Then you want to get into Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards had, you know, I wouldn't say that he had a case for Rookie of the Year, but he was definitely the runner-up. But during the final stretch of the season last year, Anthony Edwards was showing promise. Of course, he had a few dunks that were very disgusting.
Ooh, they were lucky that wasn't turned over. Anthony Edwards, that time he does finish.
But I think that with him, D'Lo, and Karl, they have a young big three that has the potential to score a lot of points, but defensively are going to give up a lot of points as well, which is where Patrick Beverly comes in. Now, they added Patrick Beverly this year. Actually, they traded for him. Patrick Beverly got traded for the Clippers to the Grizzlies. Then he got traded again to the Timberwolves. Patrick Beverly has already noted to Timberwolves media and everybody else that he hasn't missed the playoffs since being in the NBA. Will that change this year? Who knows? I think that Patrick Beverly is actually a good veteran that the Timberwolves need, and I feel like they haven't really had. Pat Bev is known for getting in your face, letting you know he's there. He's not afraid of the moment. He is another person I would consider a dog. And he may be small, but you know when Patrick Beverly is there because he is literally a pest on defense. They also added Taurean Prince this year. True, I remember Taurean Prince from his Hawk days. Everybody thought, well, not everybody, most people thought that he was going to be like that second scorer next to Trae Young. He never panned out to be that guy. Then he got traded a couple times, and now he's here. But I think that Taurean Prince is a good 3-and-D player. I think they could actually move him to the 4 if they want to go small with D'Lo. They have Anthony Edwards. Then you can move, forgot about Malik Beasley. Malik Beasley is also a solid scorer in the league. Then you got Taurean Prince at the 4, and then you move Cat to 5. I guess it really wouldn't be considered small ball because Karl Towns is big, but he can stretch the floor. So I think that would be a good small ball lineup. And if you want to talk about defense, Josh Okogie as well is a good defensive guard in the league. They got Patrick Beverly, they got Josh Okogie, Taurean Prince, 3 defensive players. I think that can make a difference on this team. Like, it's really not a bad squad. It's a lot of inexperience on the team. I think that Patrick Beverly, with his veteran presence, can make a difference. I mean, like I said, D'Lo has been to the playoffs before. He's shown that he can lead a team with the right pieces around him. Because when he was on the Nets, it was really just him and then a bunch of like solid role players. But if you can get a full season healthy with him, Anthony, and Cat, I think they could sneak up. When I say sneak up, I don't mean 1, 2, 3, like 1 through 5 seed or 6 or something. If they can sneak in a play-in, I wouldn't be surprised. Just off of what the talent they have there, I wouldn't be surprised at all. I also don't want to forget about the big men that were on the team. When Karl Towns was hurt last year, Jared Vanderbilt and Naz Reid came in and stepped in this role. I mean, they're not Cat, but they did what they had to do. Yeah, y'all. Ben Stinar got me. He got me. This will probably be my last video for this week. I'll keep it cranking up, try to think of some more ideas that I can put out for you guys next week. If you kept up with any of these videos this past week, I appreciate you. Thank you for the support. This shirt is not like a black business shirt at all. This is actually my old Bethune Middle School shirt that I can still fit. I got this shirt in like 2010 and I can still fit it, which is crazy. Shout out to all my people that went to Bethune Middle School. Y'all know who y'all are. So today, I'm just going to shout out one of my friends. Shout out to my boy Juwan Watts. I'll have his info somewhere. Well, right here where I always have it. And he's basically a photographer, does a lot of work with people that just want to get their picture snapped or whatnot. He's a great photographer. His Instagram is @TheBroWanny. TheBroWanny. Then Juwan, if you're watching this, let's work. So yeah, if I want to get a picture snapped, y'all want to go somewhere and get some nice pictures, hit up my boy Juwan and he got you. That is all I have for today. Like I always do, subscribe, like, comment, share. Hey, and something new, turn the post notifications on. Turn them on. Because who knows when I might drop something. Y'all have a good day. Leak out.